Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're on day 4 of the Tone Up Challenge. So I want you to stop and I want you to think, when was the last time that you felt that you had that sexiness, that you were embodying the confidence that you love, that you were truly walking in your highest version of energy? Just like, I want you to stop and think, when was that? How long has it been? And what's kept you from living there and being there on a regular basis? I'm going to cover that with you today. I want to help you break through with all of that. If you're joining us in the Tone Up Challenge for the first time now, like you haven't been here all week, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. I want to figure out who's like snuck in and just found this on Facebook or on YouTube. Put a 1 in the comments. If you've been here every day, put day in the comments. It's like, yo, you've either watched the replay recordings, you got it in the email link. If you've been here every day, put day down in the comments. So day 1, what we did is we covered, there's 6 variables to build muscle tissue. Second day here, thank you. So I'm going to do a little recap. Day 1, oh, Corin, you are up there. High five. Congratulations for knowing how to use the camera. Love it. So day 1, we covered the 6 variables for building muscle tissue. Because yes, cardio is good and it's not enough. Cardio, we burn energy. That's what we call calories. We burn energy. The caution is we don't want to burn muscle tissue as well. So there's a Goldilocks zone whenever we're doing our cardiovascular training, and there's definitely a Goldilocks zone when you're building muscle tissue, because as the inflammation comes down, as the fat comes down, we want to be able to see those muscle fibers. That ensures that my body's not in an ill state. We covered that bell curve also. If you haven't seen that, go back to the recordings. Watch day 1, watch day 2. We covered the bell curve. I'm on pharmaceuticals. Is my sleep off? When I wake up and I look at my sleep number, I love the new technology. It can tell you, what's my readiness score, where's my sleep score at. If it's not where you want it to be, what's in the gap? So those are the things that we're going to be covering today. We also covered your 7 movements, human movements. That's it. Only 7 human movements. It's called the primal movements, that when you start incorporating that with your fitness and your strength training, holy cow, you recruit a higher level of little neuromuscular units so that your strength goes up, so that you're breaking down the fibers at a higher level. And the more we break down the fibers, the stronger you are, the bigger the fibers come back as they're healed, and you're burning fat at a faster rate. So let me bring this over here. Here's a big secret. Step number 1, you get to show up. Those that are in the VIP room, you guys are showing up. Congratulations, high five. If we don't show up and we're not consistent with that, that's when we stop seeing that energy. That's when we're slipping on the confidence. That's where we're no longer seeing the body being toned the way that we want it. Speaking of body, VIP room, you guys put it in the chat. Facebook, my Facebook's down here at the angle. Facebook, I want you guys to put it in the comments. YouTube, same thing. When I say tone, what do you think of? When you're like, okay, I joined this Tone Up Challenge. Why? What do you think of? Put that in the comments. I like that. Less body fat, more muscle mass. Go more into that. I'm thinking about my calves, my toes. So what exactly does that mean? So go a little bit more. Facebook, I'm a little delayed on seeing your comments, so be patient with me. I like that. Not a wiggly body, toned body. I see shoulders over here. Okay. And we're getting someplace. So let's be more specific. That's the other thing with, yes, we get to show up, and then we get to be really clear with what that vision and what the goal is. Slim waist. Okay. So give me a little bit more with the slim waist. What does that mean? And some similar, smaller, tighter waist, hips, and thighs. Okay. So I'm getting body areas. We've got a lot of the midsection and waist in Facebook. Looks like the tummy challenge is coming back. We got the tummy tuck challenge. For what? Like, why is that important to you? So I want a slimmer waist. I want that tighter waist, thighs, drop clothing size. Now we're getting someplace. I want to feel sexy. And I like how it's not in all caps. That's awesome. Okay. Energy to play with my kids. So sometimes toning is there, sometimes it's not there. What else? What else? I want to give you guys a little bit more time because we get to be really clear with this. What I see time and time again is you're joining a fitness program, you're joining a class, and they're fun. And it's got to be fun for you to do it again. Yet when we're not crystal clear on what we want to create, the one that I just read is feeling sexy. If I'm not clear on what sexy is, what sexy means to me, I'm doing the movements, I'm doing my class, I'm moving weights, I've got my bands here, but I'm not creating anything because I don't know in my head where I want to go. And that's exactly where my body takes me, into an unknown place. It's the cab driver that picks you up. You're like, I just want to get out of here. They're like, well, where do you want to go, Esteban? I just want to get out of here. So the cab driver drives off, drives a couple of minutes, stops, and okay, you can get out. And I get dropped off exactly where I got picked up, because without being specific and clear on where my destination is, I'm not going to get there. So that's the same with you, is identifying, okay, when I want the tighter arms, when I want the tighter waist, when I want the tighter thighs, we're being toned. It's so that's your homework, is so you can identify so that, and then figure that out. Do you have an anniversary coming up? So that I feel sexy in my anniversary. So that I've got the confidence to stand up in my work scenario, because I'm going to be speaking on stage. And I want to appear professional and elegant. I like the word sexy. I favored that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you notice that you have the tendency to hide, today we crush that. There's no more hiding. That's why we've got these challenges. I'm challenging you to step up for yourself. That's it. If you're like, shit, I'm tired of hiding, put me in the comments. It's okay. Call yourself out. You're not alone. That's so many of us. I want you to put in the comments so you can identify, you can see who else is around you, that you're not alone. And it's okay to feel that way. And we're breaking through from that. Like it's no more. It's time to step through. So I'm going to shift and go into how many repetitions do I need? As someone, I'm doing the exercises, and you guys in the VIP room, get ready. You guys in Facebook have either your bands or your weights ready. I want you to think of this word, fit. Frequency, intensity, time, and type. So I'm going to show you how you can apply these 4 variables when you're doing the cardiovascular training, and the same thing when we're doing the strength training. Let me pop somebody up. Vanessa, are you okay if I pop you up?
Sure. What are you going to pop me up on?
Right there.
What am I being volunteered for?
I'm gonna call you on this one. So you're one of the K7 method members. So pre you joining the group, let's go frequency. How often were you working out?
3 or 4 times. Well, it depends. Weight training 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
And cardio doing at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
Some of the overlapped.
Three days and 3 days. Got it.
Mhm.
Intensity. So if you were strength training, what was your rep cycle? And truth be told, she's got an awesome background when it comes to fitness and nutrition.
Yeah,
So
I'm not gonna be your normal client.
you're not the typical, and we can still apply these variables in here. So your intensity. So typically, how many reps could you do with your strength training? Were you doing power training at the time, or were you doing traditional strength?
Right before this, I wasn't. It's been, a few years since I lost all my energy and stuff. But right before this, I was still doing 12 to 15 reps, probably 3 sets, 3 to 4 sets per body, per exercise.
Got it. Okay, 12 to 15 reps. Could you go beyond the 15 reps?
No, because I would make sure that my weights were heavy enough that I couldn't go beyond 15.
And you have a full gym at your house, so good for you. Good for you. All right, 12 to 15 reps, and we're doing that 3 to 4 sets.
Yeah, 3 to 4 sets.
Okay.
6.
What about your cardio?
Cardio, I was doing biking, walking. I was trying to get back into a little running at the time.
Okay.
But I wasn't doing real well on that.
Got it. It's fine. And I'm gonna move these over here in a second. So what was the intensity with the bike? Were you doing sprints, 30-second sprints, or were you just, I'm doing a 20-minute ride?
No, we were doing some mountain biking or just on trails, paved trails. I wouldn't say it was more like we're going to do 10 miles today, or I will say
if you're doing
between 5 and 10 miles.
The intensity is low.
Yeah, intensity was low.
Time would be high.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 sets, how long would that take? So frequency, intensity, time is where we're at now.
Anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how many exercises I was doing. If it was only 6, would probably be lower. If I was doing like 9 exercises, it would be more.
Okay, so if you're doing 9 exercises, I'm hearing recovery built into that as well.
Yeah, and it would just take longer to do 3 or 4 sets of 9 exercises.
If you're watching this, 9 exercises without recovery is anywhere from 22 to 28 minutes. When you're adding recovery time, and there's different reasons when you add recovery, and there's different reasons when you do not add recovery, which we'll cover a lot of that next week. And then your 10-mile bike ride, how many minutes was that?
Usually about gosh, it's been so long since I've done it. 45 minutes to an hour, I think.
Okay.
Depending on the trail.
Got it. And then, so type, strength training was what? Were you using bands? Were you using free weights? Were you using machines? Were you using medicine balls?
Free weights.
Free weights.
I have dumbbells and a barbell and
dumbbells. Okay.
A mix between that and the Bowflex.
So I have the Bowflex. Those are my dumbbells, little Bowflex down there. Okay, so as you're watching, look at this recap that we've got here. Frequency, 3 times a week for strength training, roughly 3 times a week for cardiovascular training. Intensity, we're looking at the 12 to 15 rep max, which is what's needed. That 8 to 12, and then we can shift from 12 to 20 is what's really recommended for what we call hypertrophy. What we're talking about, creating enough stress in the muscle tissue to where within a short amount of time, you're like, ooh, I can see my muscles. Check it out. If we're going high repetitions, which there's sometimes to train that, but if I can do 50, 100 reps, I'm not breaking down those same fibers. Those are more of the endurance fibers versus the faster twitch, which are thicker, and that's where you're seeing the toning. That's when you see that muscle definition is like, oh, yep, that's a fit person, that's an athletic person, that's a toned person, versus they might be getting skinny, but are they skinny fat? So No question there. And intensity, well, also at the time is the three sets, which we'll get to in a second. Intensity in the cardiovascular was low. And there's benefits when you're doing cardiovascular, low, medium, and high intensity. Every single one has a benefit to it. It really depends on how quickly do I want to achieve my goal, and being really clear, what is that goal? Time, roughly 45 to 60 minutes on a strength and on a cardiovascular training. Type, I'm doing free weights, dumbbells, type, bike, and walking. So then when I get with you, the variables that we would change, if I go from one to the other, to the other, to the other, then it's frequency. For me to see that the body tone more, how could I shift that frequency? Do I go more, or do I go less days?
To see body toned.
Yeah.
I think it could stay the same.
If we were to change this variable. So
Oh, if we were to change that variable, I would increase it, probably.
so it's like, well, shoot, my body has plateaued. Do I have to put in a fourth day? No, we don't have to. Hear how I say this. No, I don't have to. However, if I'm adding a fourth day, am I creating more stress on the fibers to where I can build more muscle tissue? 100%, absolutely, yes. Then we're gonna get back to, my schedule is full, Esteban. I got kids. I got animals. I just get, anybody relate to that? Put me in the comments. It's like, that's cute and my plate's full. We're getting all the me's here. Intensity. You've got the dumbbells. Could you add an extra 2 pounds or 5 pounds to the dumbbells? Whether you're doing a squat, a lunge, a deadlift, a curl, a tricep extension, whatever the move is. Yesterday we talked about primal movements. Could you add 1 more pound to it?
I don't think I have the ability to add a
If
pound.
she's confused, I'm going to tell her the answer is yes. Whether she owns that extra pound to put on or not, if she puts on 1 more pound, we're increasing the intensity.
I can add 2.5 pounds.
There we go. Are you able to move quicker or super slow? That's changing the intensity, the variable of the intensity. So if I can manipulate intensity, I don't necessarily have to manipulate the frequency. It's like, how can I maximize what I have? If we're capped on one certain area, then yes, then there's other variables that we go into that. Time, watch how I go into this. You're doing 1 hour working out a day. Well, shit, girl. Why don't you do an hour and a half? And we,
I used to do around 3.
You'd be breaking down a lot more fibers and you'd be burning more total energy if you just do cardio for a lot longer. So that is a methodology that I hear all the time. And my response is, you must be single with no kids and no job. So the reality is, yes, absolutely. Keep your ass moving a lot longer. That's the time variable. Or how do I decrease this and still get the same results or still get better results? And that goes back to these other variables. So if Vanessa decreases from an hour a day to 45 minutes or 30 minutes a day, then we've got to manipulate the frequency throughout the week, and we manipulate the intensity. Lastly, which is what we talked about with the primal movements yesterday, is the type. So one would be dumbbells. If I use cables, I've got a different type of resistance. There's a different vector force. If I've got a cable hooked up to a wall, my vector force is coming at a horizontal level versus gravity up and down. So there's different ways that you could do that. There's also like the TRX suspension training, my stability ball. So the type can change. Also with the cardio, using the muscles from biking and walking will be different. Using a Stairmaster, completely different. Playing kickball, playing soccer. I like kickball too.
Getting back to inline skating.
Inline skating in the country like you do, you got to look out for the hills because cars and deer. So when you change the type, you recruit a higher amount of neuromuscular units. So that is a way that you can lean out quicker. It doesn't always mean that you're going to build muscle tissue quicker. And when we combine this, that's when we see total benefits to that. So my question to you, knowing your life schedule, which of these 4 is the easiest one for you to manipulate to where you're maintaining and or seeing higher results? Your total per week frequency, the intensity that you go into it, the total time that you invest into it, or the types?
I think it would have to be the types because I'm still dealing with the fatigue, so I can't up my intensity. And it's taken me longer to recover, so I can't up my frequency. And I'm busy, even though I don't have a kid. Well, he's grown, but I do work. So
you got real life. Yeah. So
I have real life. So really it's the type has to change for me.
If you're at home and you're like, you know what, I'm with the type also, what I want you to remember is that adaptation phase. So I want you to keep the type for between 2 to 4 weeks. So your body goes through that bell curve of the adaptation phase.
Mm-hmm.
And then shifting the type. This way, it's not, your body's not going into a curve as far as, okay, I'm beginning to create those new neural patterns and going into the adaptation phase.
You say change every how often? Because I usually change every 4 weeks.
2 to 4 weeks. Fantastic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I change every 4 weeks.
Where beginning of the month, boom, I'm changing my type.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Now, whenever we're doing an athletic movement, athletic performance, we don't want to keep that. We want to adapt to that movement. We want to become more efficient. When I box, I wanted to be extremely efficient at my punch, and I wanted to use very little energy, and I wanted to get better and better and better and better at it. So just remember, what's my objective? What's my goal? In this one, it's toning up. I'm gonna unpin you. Thank you. So good. All right, hearing that, I want you guys to go back and again, tell me what tone means to you. When I am tone, I will be able to, let me know what that is. I got a couple here, so I'm going to read these. Feel sexy in my bikini again. Love that. Love this, needing the energy to get the kids from school. There we go. That's good. Awesome. So put that in the comments, and I want to make sure that we're all clear. Number 1, you're not alone. Number 2, we're going to be supporting you all of the way here, the entire step. You know, and I brought Vanessa up. She now works with K7 Coach, and part of the Method membership, she's getting a new menu on a monthly basis. So whether she's following the menu of the month, which is a gut-centric menu, it's a menu designed to lean you out, to help build muscle tissue, or you manipulate it a little bit with your coach. That's one of the variables is what's my food? How do I increase my muscle mass and lean out and boost my energy and my gut health when it comes to the nutrition side? And she's also got access to multiple fitness programs and live fitness training. So those of you in the VIP, those of you that have signed up for VIP, that was one of those bonuses that we snuck in for you yesterday. In being part of the VIP experience, you're being invited to the live workout training sessions that Vanessa and other Method members and private clients are in for the duration of this challenge. If you're interested in the membership, put membership in the comments, and either myself or one of the coaches will give you a little bit more information on what that is. In short, you're going to have the tools to make sure that you're constantly overcoming these blocks and barriers that come to you. And before I shift out into the exercise, I want you to stop and think, this is what's been holding me back in the past. Put it down in the comments. And then VIP, get ready, because it's workout time. So whatever you think's been holding you back from living that sexy, I'm in my bikini self. Now, if it's, I was in a car accident and I couldn't move my leg, I want you to go beyond that. What's the other obstruction? I can do physical therapy for that. So what goes beyond that? What's a full pattern that keeps us from stepping into our best tone self and living there all the time? All right, kids that are live with me, stand up. Facebook, get ready. You're going to either look really awkward staring at your phone and watching other people work out, or you're going to look really sexy and you're going to be doing these workouts with us. Only you know what it's going to be. All right, here we go. I want you to make sure that. Yesterday we snuck in a VIP member when it wasn't intentional. I'm learning how to move this little Zoom thing around. All right, I want you to get the light dumbbells or cables. There's a couple of you guys at work. If you don't have the tools, use your body. Use your body. We're going to start with lateral raises. Medium to lightweight. So remember to build those fibers. We're doing time under tension, and it's going to be anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. That Goldilocks zone is right about 60 seconds. So ideally, what I want you to do is, like we were talking about with Vanessa, I want you to max your movement to where at 30 to 45 seconds, you've got to either use your legs to help out on that concentric and then the eccentric. That was on day 2. Watch that video. Then on the eccentric, you're helping out, or you've got to make it lighter. Let's go 3 more. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Those of you at home that don't have the weights, I want you to point your thumb slightly down and just pulse, pulse, pulse right there. Keep your thumb slightly down, slightly down. So this is more of the endurance muscle that we're burning here versus the stronger, bigger muscles that you'll really see like, hey, you've been working out, haven't you? Keep it going. And think of basketball players. They constantly have their hands out like that, so they have boulder shoulders, as we call it. All right, grabbing your weights again. We're going to do bicep curls. So there's a couple of different ways of doing all these exercises. What I want you to do, Michelle's got her weights there. That's so good. You're going to curl up towards the shoulder, and we're going to come back down. So I'm coming up with the thumbs, twisting at the top, and then coming down at the bottom. Curl up. Rocket, Bobby. It's awesome. You got to pick up like books in your office or boxes or your chair. Good. A couple more. Now what I want you to do is hold the hands out, and we're going to go down and come back center. Opposite side down, come back center. Let's go, Michelle. Athena, HR isn't watching. You're good. Just work out. Almost there, guys. Good. Keep it going. We're going to do 1 more of the singles, and then we're going to do 8 together. 8. Good. I come up quicker, down slow. Make sure to breathe. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. All right, we're gonna move to the triceps. All right, Bobby, what I want you to do is actually go up against the wall and do an angled push-up and keep your hands in close. So you're focusing more on the tricep than you are if you're wide and you focus on your chest. So come in. This is if you don't have weights at home. Bring your elbows down. Bobby. There you go. That's it. Watch your face. Those of you guys that have weights, big boy weight, pull it behind the head, keep the elbows in tight, push all the way up, down slow. If you're driving, I know it's going to be a little challenging. You're going to exhale, fully lock it out, come down slow, fully lock it out, come down slow. Your triceps are going to burn when we're done here. Let's go, Michelle. Good, good, Bobby, good. Vanessa's got her home gym. That's the beauty of working from home. You can schedule 2 and 5 minute breathers. Couple more. So this, working the core because I got to stabilize it, and it's working the back of the arms. Anybody ever felt like, I don't want that flappiness in my arm? Put arm in the comments if you're like, oh, no more. That gets to be tight. So we'll show you exercises with that. Again, we put that into the membership. So put membership in the comments if you're like, I want to know what the heck Esteban's talking about. So you put membership in the comments and we'll show you what that's all about, where you get your workouts, you get your nutrition program, and you get assigned one of the K7 coaches. Here's what we're going to do. 2, Michelle, 2 dumbbells. Bobby, put your hands wider. And there you go. And you're going to bring shoulders towards the wall. You've got the dumbbell, start at your shoulders, push all the way up. Shoulder press. Come down slow. Exhale up. Come down slow. This will be a little bit tougher because you've already pre-exhausted your triceps. And that's good because I want you to really exhaust those muscle fibers. I want you to get through the energy systems. We talked about that yesterday, the ATPs. We want to break down that myosin so that when you're sleeping, you're going into that repair and recovery, you wake up and you're like, oh, check me out. I can't wait to wear that little spaghetti strap dress. Oh, I like that. We'll do a sexy challenge to where at the end of it, you get to pick a sexy dress to wear. 5 more, 3 more, 2 more. Oh, so good. So I'll wrap it up with this. VIP, you get to work out with me or one of the K7 coaches live for our private training sessions. If you want to be part of that, put VIP in the comments. If you're not part of the VIP experience, and we'll get you enrolled. So you get that link and you get to work out with me for a full workout and the K7 coaches. We're going to be back tomorrow. I've got 2 phenomenal assistants coming to coach with me tomorrow. I've got 2 of the K7 coaches, amazing women that are going to be joining me live to help coach you. VIP experience, you're coming up next. So in wrapping up, if you wanted some information on the membership, put memberships in the comment and I'm going to get to you. If you want to join this VIP experience where it's, there's always a cool kids table. It's pretty much what this is. I'm not going to hide what it is. You want to be in the sexy group. That's why you signed up to this tone-up challenge. That's what it is. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. VIP, hang tight. We're coming right back to you.